Hey y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the Rebel Rouge Labs Howlin for You palette. Now, I pre-ordered this palette on August the 15th. I spent $29.99 on it. I also ordered the Feed Your Head soap, which is like a face soap, for $8 because I got free shipping that way. So my order total with tax was $41.11. And I saw this palette on Instagram. So this is what it looks like outside of the sleeve. And on the sleeve it has all of the information that it is cruelty free, that it is recyclable, 12 months shelf life. It has the cruelty free bunny on here, has the ingredients. So this is what the outside of the packaging looks like. So it's a little bit different. So I like how they go together, but they're not the same. My husband was like, that looks like a really cool CD case that shows you our age. But look how cool that looks. And we're going out tonight for our anniversary, so I wanted to try this. But it is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. Now this is a pressed glitter, so it is not considered eye safe. So if you do use it on your eyes, use at your own caution because glitter can make you go blind. But I'm a rebel, so I will use it on my eyes. But this is what it looks like. Very beautiful, definitely very Halloween palette. And I decided to pick it up because this was the first Halloween palette that I saw of the season. And on top of that, I mean, it was $29, and I love supporting small indie brands. And this is available on rebelrougelabs.etsy, so it is an Etsy store. Oh, these feel really nice. So I'm gonna start off by swatching. So I've been liking swatching on my hand more. There is Beast, Electrode, Abyss, ooh, that's pretty, Laboratory, that's a beautiful, beautiful green. Okay, now we have Ghosted, that is pretty. Zoinks, Shriek, or Shrek, no, Shriek. Menace, ooh, that's a beautiful purple. So, Ghosted, I like the formula of that pressed glitter. I mean, yeah, some of it stayed behind, but when I actually go back and wipe it off, most of it comes off, so that transfers well. Zoinks, that is a beautiful orange. Shriek, and Menace. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful purple. And then last but not least is the shade Illusion. These are very, very soft. And as you can see, very pigmented. And I saw Heather Austin had hers whenever she was talking about her 10 favorite palettes for fall. So, and I had ordered this, as I said, way back in August, and I'm so happy to finally have it in my collection. So, we're gonna start off with eye tapes. Actually, we're gonna start off by putting on some primer, and then we're gonna start off with eye tapes. Because I wanna do something dramatic. What's new about that? And then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm using, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. I like to use this when I'm using brighter colors because it helps the colors show up on my skin tone. Because as you can see, I'm definitely a medium skin tone. During the winter time, I can be medium light depending on how much time I spend outside. And during the sun, it's medium, almost tan because of how dark I get. Even though I am obsessive about using sunscreen, I get dark. And don't worry about the messiness around my eyes. I will clean that up before I put on foundation. But I just always start with this. And part of the thing is the Anastasia, that's the one thing I really don't like about their eyeshadow primer, is it is so thin that it kind of gets everywhere. I always put on way too much, but this was just a little sample of it that I got, and it's almost empty, so I want to use it up. And yeah, so I typically cut these in half, but I didn't bring my scissors over here today, so we're gonna use a whole one. But this is the e.l.f. eye tapes. Because of the shape of my eyes, I typically almost always use an eye tape because it helps give my eyes the shape that works the best on my skin tone or my skin type and my eye shape, because you know, I'm no spring chicken anymore. So I think because I've done a lot of green looks lately, I think I want to probably keep like the orange and on top, and then I may do the purple on bottom. So I'm going to use, this is a BK Beauty 201 brush. I'm obsessed with the BK Beauty brushes. I found them because of Britt Clark and Britt Clark's bundle, and I loved them so much I bought her bundle, the Essential Eye bundle. Then my husband, for our anniversary, which is tomorrow, that's part of the reason why we're going out this evening. We'll be married for 18 years tomorrow. He bought me the Kate the Great bundle and the Essential bundle, which had pretty much almost every brush in it. So I own, I think, every brush that they have out right now except for one of the face brushes. But I do want to order an extra one of the foundation brushes. The 101 brush is my absolute favorite, but it is out of stock until November, so I have to wait till then to pick it up. But yeah, I'm all about eyeshadow palettes, I mean, as you can tell. And there's so many I still need to try and play with. I think Nadia's gonna film today with the Cartagena Magique palette by Nomad, which I just got in, because she's starting her YouTube journey now. She's been watching me do it long enough, and I was like, well, you might as well. I mean, you've got a head start on so many people that are your age that are thinking about doing it. You have all the film equipment, lighting, all that kind of stuff, because I own it and have owned it for a while because of my other channel. And then with the amount of makeup I buy, you get access to a lot of things most 20-year-olds cannot afford. You know, I couldn't afford makeup like this back then. But at 20 years old, we had 2 small children, and we were not making hardly any money. My husband was in the Navy back then. You know, you grow up and you do more. So that color looks amazing. So I just took the shade Electrode. I'm not even showing y'all what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm a bad YouTuber. So I just took the shade Electrode and fluffed it all over my crease. So as you can see, it is like a dirty orange almost. I mean, it's not like a super bright orange, which I like. So I'm going to take, this is the BK Beauty 203, which is a very dense smudgy brush. So I'm going to take the shade Zoinks, which that picked up beautifully on the brush, and I just got some on my shirt because I'm clumsy. So the shade Zoinks, and I'm going to apply that in my crease as well, just to make, you see how that's adding some brightness to the look. I really like that. So we're just going to continue kind of packing that on and dragging it through the crease. Going to make this a very warm orangey look. So far, so good though. But I like the way these shadows feel. And the one thing, I was talking to my mother-in-law about this earlier, part of the reason why I adore indie brands is you're going to find the uniqueness there. You know, you go to Ulta or Sephora and you look at the Too Faced section. And all the eyeshadow palettes look the same. Tarte, you know, same kind of thing. So I want unique, not just unique outer packaging, because we all know Too Faced has some of the cutest packaging, but there we go. But the insides, you know, I understand that for an independent makeup brand, making expensive, cute packaging is not always the best use of their money. Formula is what matters the most. Look how good that looks. Loving that. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because there's not really a dark matte in here, so I think I'm gonna try to use the shade Beast, which is a dark shimmery plummy brown kind of. See if I can use that just a little bit, just to kind of deepen up the outer. Oh yeah, that's working. And stuff like that, like saying you can't use shimmers in your crease. I do not follow along to makeup rules when it comes to that kind of thing. Makeup should be fun. Makeup should be real fun, you know, or at least that's how I think of it. I don't put makeup on for anybody but myself. And I love playing with it. And see, this shimmer, I could easily, I mean, you see, that's the same top color. I could pack it on and make it a really impactful shimmer. Or I can do kind of like I'm doing, where I'm applying it lightly and blending it out just to kind of give this eye look some depth. So I'm gonna take the BK Beauty 201 again and just kind of fluff over everything to make sure it's nice and smooth. So far, this is performing really well. So now I'm gonna grab my Too Faced glitter glue, because I cannot not put that on my eyeballs. I am just a sucker for a glitter. I know a lot of the people that I watch on YouTube on a regular basis don't like pressed glitters, and I completely understand it. But for myself personally, I have no issue with pressed glitters, especially if they're a good formula. Like, I can see that from putting this on the back of my hand, that the base that's in that pressed glitter is staying put. So that makes me where I'm not worried about putting it on my eyeballs. And I also use a glitter glue, so that's what it looks like picking up on the brush. Oh, that's beautiful. So pretty. So pretty. Look how good that looks. Oh, that looks good. And it's just picking up so well with the brush. So I'm not concerned with a lot of fallout from it. But again, you have to figure out what is worth the risk to you. You know, as I said, pressed glitters are something, you know, a lot of people are not gonna mess with. And now I'm just taking that 203 brush again and just taking the Beast shade and blending it in to the Ghost glitter and really kind of packing it on and bringing it through the crease, making sure I'm as even as possible, which isn't always that even. And I'm going to take my big fluffy brush one more time, just going over the edges. And I think that is going to be it for for the top look. What do you think? Okay, so what I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna go do the rest of my face off camera, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts. So as you can see, I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I think it looks pretty good, if I say so myself. I decided to go ahead and use my Gucci bronzer in the shade 2 because this is just a beautiful cool tone bronzer. I used the Patrick Ta blush in She's So LA. Again, it's just a warm bronzer. And then for highlight, I used my Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive highlight. I did put on false eyelashes today. Again, these are the Eyelure 005 3/4 length. These are just the easiest thing for me to apply. So, loving how my face looks. And then for lips, I'm using the Gerard Cosmetics lip liner. I got this in a BoxyCharm in Underground. It is a beautiful cool tone brown. It's like a greige. And then the Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss. This is a great lip gloss. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our bottom lashes. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the BK Beauty 204, which is like a smudger brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Menace, which is that beautiful purpley pink, and kind of stamp that on my lower lash line really close to the lashes, you know, because I honestly enjoy doing a lot of looks like this where I have one color on the top and then one on the bottom. And I am all about the Uncle Fester eyes where I have a lot of shadow that goes down, because my husband's over there laughing at me, because it helps hide my wrinkles. So this is the Kaleidos S3 brush, which looks like this. And I'm gonna try to pick up some of that Illusion shade, which is that lavender shimmer. Kind of dust a little bit of it off. And I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of that to soften up the Menace shade, because I don't want it to be too shimmery. Oh, that looks pretty. And just blend it out. Oh, I like how that looks. Okay, I'm gonna grab, this is the Kaleidos S1 brush. I'm gonna take just the tiniest bit of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder and just use that to really kind of diffuse everything underneath. Because I don't want it, again, I don't want the color to be too shimmery. I just want it to be there a little bit. So, liking how that looks, I'm gonna grab, this is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Eyeliner in Charmer. So I'm gonna take and apply that to my waterline, which is just a pretty plummy kind of color. There we go. It's nothing too drastic, but it does go very well with the look. So I think what I want to do for my inner corner is, okay, so I'm gonna grab, this is the S1 brush, I think. No, S5 brush from Kaleidos. And I'm going to grab the Shriek shade, which is that orange shimmer. Spray that down with my setting spray. And apply, yes, just a little bit of that in my inner corner. I wanted to play with the greens because y'all know I am a green eyeshadow lover, but I was like, you know, I've done several of my latest looks have been with green, so I was like, let's do something a little bit different. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna apply some mascara to my bottom lashes, and I am done. So I used all the colors except for the two greens. And I will tell you, I love this palette. The quality of these shadows is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that stunning? I mean, look at this look. Very, very impressed. So if you're looking for a good Halloween palette or looking to support a small indie brand, I would definitely recommend checking out Rebel Rouge Labs. I will link them down in the description box. But yeah, for $29, I think that this is phenomenal looking. What do you think? But I guess that's it. So don't forget to check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I am really only active on YouTube, Instagram, and sometimes on Facebook. But I guess that's it. So we shall see y'all Monday for a new video. Bye.